Okay, match 2, Lurrus, Merfolk, up against a Yorion deck. I don't think this is a Mutavault's Trickery deck. At least I really hope not. Got a clinky hand, but I'm gonna keep. Just happy not to play the Mutavault's decks, although you know we could learn together. Although maybe the videos will be a little bit better and more useful, educational, if you will, once I get more reps in against those decks, so I can actually kind of walk through, hopefully a winning strategy for dealing with them. Whereas right now, if we run into them, we're really learning it together, to be honest. It's still pretty early on. With the stuff, we're going to lead on Snow-Covered Island. Highly doubt we are going to attack with Mutavault next turn, especially since there's no Brennan 6, which still probably would have had to play the creature. And you just never know. I mean, if I lead on a snow-covered island and I see Lurrus in the companion zone, I don't know what I'm thinking the deck is, to be honest, but I'm definitely not thinking Merfolk, so let's see if this throws our opponent off. I am taking Nikachu's advice and playing the snow-covered land. I think I could definitely see the opponent getting bamboozled, being like, especially if they know me, like, with snow-covered island, Lurrus, what's going on here? What's going on here? Actually, that happened once with snow-covered island and Yorion. They thought I was like blue-white Yorion or something. They're like, "What is going on? Like, why are you playing different stuff?" And I'm like, "Ha, it's actually Merfolk." Oh, anyway. Oh, yay, Aether Vial. And I can even play it fully. Now this time I will play Aether Vial. This will backfire if we happen to draw a Creeping Tar Pit, because I probably want to play that tapped and play a 2-drop Merfolk. So actually, for that reason, we're going to play Clearwater Path, and hopefully Aether Vial won't get destroyed. I just still find it highly unlikely we're going to attack with Mutavault next turn. That's essentially what we have to think about what land drop to make, is how likely are we to attack with Mutavault, or to block with it. Blocking with it if something does a thing. Well, there goes Aether Vial. Exactly as we feared. Cyclic Evaporation is such a more annoying card for Merfolk than it is for Prowess, I tell you what. Okay, so let's... Well, no, actually, you know what? I'm going to take another cue from Merfolk. In order to be able to cast all our spells, I think I'm going to play Master of the Pearl Trident. Even though we technically can't play create Fatal Push because of a Thalia, even if we played it, and even if we did have it in our hand anyway. I just like leaving up a black mana, just little extra bluff, It's a little extra stuff theoretically they may have to play around with a black mana up versus just a blue. Are they going to be gutsy and attack with Skyclave? I'm tempted to block, but I probably shouldn't. Pretty sure our Master is worth more. Oh, okay, they decided they didn't want to give us that option, but I'll happily take. That's another reason to have 4 islands too, is we can fetch the maximum amount of basics out of our land against a path deck. We will take that path. We can use the mana for sure. Ooh. Hopefully they're not an Aether Vial deck, although I'm pretty sure they are. Because if not, Disrupting Shoal could potentially do work. So we gotta make something happen right now, because Sword of Fire and Ice is gonna be a doozy. Yeah. So let's... we're gonna lead off on this, and we're gonna play it like that. I mean, we're just... Okay. We bought ourselves a reprieve for 1 turn. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna play Darkslick Shores, just, so we don't end up getting screwed by the coming to play tapped aspect. Especially since starting next turn we may have to block with the Mutavaults. Oh, it's Feast and Famine. I thought it was Fire and Ice. Let's see, protection from black and from green. Well, that's a lot better. It would have been the same for this turn, but going forward, it's way less threatening than Sword of Fire and Ice. That's for sure. I think Sword of Feast and Famine might be better against the combo decks, just whittling their hand down, maybe. I don't know. Okay. We definitely want to empty our hand, but I don't think we can do that. So let's put Lurrus in hand, but yeah, let's just empty our hand of Merfolk. We have a fairly beefy blocker up, but it can't block first strike. I don't care, we'll probably just take at this point. Nah, I think it's correct to block. I don't know, it's hard to say. Yeah, it's probably correct to block, because we'll be down a card either way. I don't know, though. The Mutavault's not particularly useful, and I don't know how useful their lands are. Not sure what they're gonna flick. We may, again, think against all odds we may have. Where's the Batterskull, I wonder? I have to imagine Batterskull would have been better than sort of Feast and Famine. Maybe they misclicked. Ah, that makes sense. Well, we're definitely blocking with the token now. I think they should have attacked first. Yeah, they should have attacked first, because... Well, I don't know, though. Because we would have just ditched a Mutavault. Maybe it would have been worse for them. It all depends on how useful they could use their lands. Yeah, I don't want to yield to that. Alright. Ooh. Oh, protection from black. We could actually put Lurrus to play and play it, but I think we get more value out of just playing the master here. So I think we will. We could, I think, dealing with a blocker. So let's assess our options. We definitely play this. I think we're going to dismember the Skyclave. And then if we attack with all, if they block the Lord, then our creatures shrink in combat, so we may not want to do that. If we attack with all our non-Lord creatures, we've got one Mutavault and 2 Merfolk guys to work with. I don't think attacking with the Illusion makes that big of a difference. They'll have to block with all 3. Now, if we deal with the Flicker Wisp, well, yeah, if we deal with the Flicker Wisp, they can't block a 4/4 and a 3/3 in trade. They'll have to block, I think, with the Skyclave. Yeah, and however they, yeah, so it's actually better. Although in first glance, it kind of looks like the Skyclave is better because we get the token. We'll get the token anyway because they're going to have to chump block. But let's see, actually, if we attack with Lord 2, then, well, then they just block the Lord with the Thalia, then they block the, oh yeah, and then suddenly the Silvergill trades with the Skyclave, and then Merfolk Trickster gets blocked, and then the Mutavault is only a, oh, but if we attack with the token too, does that just do it? Because let's see, we dismember the Flicker Wisp, we attack with all, block Lord of Atlantis with Thalia, our creatures shrink, they block the Silvergill, same power as everything else, they block the Silvergill with Skyclave, they trade, they block the Merfolk Trickster with Stoneforge, they soak up the damage, but then we have another 3 coming through with the Mutavault. Oh, wait a minute, we got 4 attack. Oh, no, yeah. Unless I'm missing something, I think this is I think we have the victory here if we attack with everything, including the token, because then we get through with the Mutavault token and with the, yeah, we're going to do it. This could be totally wrong, but... Oops, I think we went to, like, 1 colorless, black, black, well, actually black, and we'll look at attack with all. So yeah, hopefully I didn't miscalculate this, but yeah, because they block this to this, this to this, this to this, and then we get through with 1 and 3. And sorry opponent that took a little while to deduce the correct play, but this deck takes a little more, you know, you got to think through your lines a little bit more than prowess, not gonna lie. Yeah, we saw that one coming. Skyclave to Silvergill, Stoneforge to either Mutavault or Merfolk Trickster, but then a 3/3 and a, yep. So we didn't mess that up. We didn't mess it up, people. Yay, 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 yay. And that's huge, by the way. Winning game 1 against this is not a good matchup. So winning game 1 against a Taxus deck, especially without Pithing Needle is an all-star in this matchup. It doesn't necessarily make it like a good matchup, but it gives us a lot more game. We don't have it. We're hedging against the. All right, so I do think we're going to play Disrupting Shoal though, because look, if nothing else, look, it's better than Force Negation. I mean, you know, it can actually counter the creatures. Force Negation can't. Even though you have to either force, I mean, yeah, we either force of Spell Snare some of the 2-drops, including specifically, what's it called, Stoneforge Mystic, or we can also like pay 3 to counter Path to Exile later in game. I mean, it's not like this is not ideal, but I think it's better than Force Negation for sure. That being said, actually, what is probably even better than this is Echoing Truth. Can also bounce the equipment. Echoing Truth, though, is card disadvantage if we use it offensively, so I might be wrong about that, but it might. We could use it defensively sometimes. I have to imagine it's better than Disrupting Shoal. Question is Deprive, though. Do we want Deprive? Do we want Deprive, or do we want like Nihil Spellbomb? I don't think we do. I mean, see, this is where Soul Guide Lantern could have been better, because Soul Guide Lantern is just sometimes it can come in to replace dead cards in matchups like this, or humans. I don't like this, but I think I'm gonna replace 2 Deprives with Disrupting Shoals. I just think being able to counter a 2-drop free is gonna potentially be better than having to hold 2 mana up for it, and you know, occasionally maybe pitching a Repeal to counter. We're probably just better off repealing Aether Vial than pitching a Repeal to counter Aether Vial, but I don't know. This is the best I could come up with. I'm not super feeling this, but maybe Spellbomb was where we want to be. It's just if we don't have black mana early in the game, it's just having a dead card, you know, sitting around for a while could be our downside. Well, it wouldn't be a dead card with this hand, but we can't always count on Darkslick Shores or Creeping Tar Pit. So we'll probably have to dismember that just because it will. Oh, there's a Creeping Tar Pit. I guess we might as well wait. I do think we have to dismember that, and we're going to lead on Darkslick. Just playing these out early ensures they won't come into play tap later, and we're going to have to dismember probably this turn. Taking 1 damage isn't exactly appealing, but let's see if they attack. If they attack, then I think we're going to go after the Arbiter, because then we can repeal the Giver. Okay, they didn't, so I think we still may want to repeal the Giver. Nah, let's use our mana efficiently, because they're probably going to play it again next turn anyway, so. Or we're going to play another 1-drop of some sort, probably. I don't know, maybe they might not. Let's see here. Alright, good. Because then we can play Silvergill Adept, so we got a blocker. And we draw a card. See, folks, actually, having only 16 Merfolk still works. I think I said in a video a while ago, 16 Merfolk is actually the minimum, but it is actually 16. It's not 20 like some people think. And the reason is like I said, Aether Vial is actually secretly Merfolk's number 17 through 20 as far as Silvergill Adept is concerned, because you can cast Silvergill Adept off of Aether Vial even if you don't have another Merfolk in hand. So basically, yeah, you have like 20 to back it up, and yeah. Okay, so let's think about what this means. I'm not too particularly worried about this. I think I do want to play Aether Vial and add to the board, so I think I am going to play this. Ooh, I forgot that comes with play tapped. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. Alright, well, in that case, man, I could have played Trickster, actually, and then it wouldn't have came into play tapped. Lesson learned. Jeez, and I also could have attacked with Silvergill. Plus, I can enable them to play more than 2 spells if I Trickster it. So, Yeah, if I could do things differently, if I could go back in time, well, I'd probably change more than just this, but I would probably. So what I can do is I can make this loose flying and then double block, but then I'm such a sitting duck path, so no thank you. I don't like the idea of them ghost quartering me if I tap out, but we'll see. Maybe they'll. Well, that also puts them further away from Yorion. Alright, I'm going to do this. You can ghost quarter me. You're further away from Yorion if you do, so. Yep. Would have been so much better. We'd have a ticking up Aether Vial now. This is also making it. This is in an alternate universe where we played that Aether Vial last turn by tapping down the Archon and then playing the Aether Vial because the Clearwater Pathway would have came into play on tap. We potentially have a Lurrus later in the game at some point. Whereas in this game, win or lose, we probably won't have Lurrus, and if we lose, having a Lurrus in play later in the game may have made quite a difference. So that's a fairly big misplay. Not going to sugarcoat it. It probably would have happened though, regardless of if I was on screen or not. I'm just not used to this. I'm just not used to Archon's second ability. I'm just so used to the first one. Oh yeah, I guess I want to play a second spell. Fair enough. Or they want another blocker, I guess. Fair enough. Deprive. I mean, not like the best thing ever, but not the worst thing ever. I guess I might as well attack, because if they path, then I can... I think depriving path is about as good as Deprive's ever going to be in this matchup, so yeah, I'll be fine with that. Yeah, fine with that. Alright, gonna play Aether Vial. I have to imagine if they had path, they would have already played it, so... Yeah, just hold up Deprive for their Sword of Fire and Ice that would otherwise completely wreck me. Maybe we do actually have a chance, actually. That would be pretty sweet. That would be pretty sweet, actually. Not going to lie, that would be pretty sweet. If we actually do win this. I mean, they seem to be flailing about a little bit and not... I think they should be more aggressive, though, personally. This is where this creeping tar pit, though, can make the difference, because we have one more attacker than them. And I think they should have attacked with the Arbiter, too, but I guess they're worried about Merfolk Trickster, and they don't seem to have path. So that would be kind of a disaster, attacking an Arbiter into Trickster, which probably would be a decent trade, even if they do deal with Lord, so... That's the power of Trickster, too, being instant speed. Even just instant speed Grizzly Bear is sometimes surprisingly powerful. Didn't do that before they attacked. I find that interesting. What do I equip it to? Well, I just think, also, just to be mana efficient, I think I just have to... I don't think I can be too cute with how I hold up Deprive. I mean... I do find it odd they put it after combat. I wonder if that was a mistake, or if they thought I had Deprive, but it's the same result, though, whether they played it before or after, so I don't know. Oh, maybe Trickster? Actually, yeah, if they were worried about Trickster, I could have also Trickstered the Archon. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. That's why they did it afterwards, because if I Trickstered the Archon, maybe they had some trick of some sort. It's not. I have to. They must. Do they have a path? I don't know. It's weird. How do, if I have Deprive, how did they know they had? I mean, if they have path, how did they know I had Deprive? I'm confused. Maybe they just drew path. It's fairly likely they just drew path. Maybe. Either way, we have some choices. kind of like just trickstering the Arbiter and getting in for max damage, though. I think that's my trick of choice. We could also repeal it. Yeah, repealing it sounds pretty good. I don't think repeal is really going to get much better. But Trickster adds to the board, though. But then we'll be able to Trickster next turn anyway, so... yeah, just repeal it. We can, I'll just play the Clearwater Path tapped. Or maybe I should have played that as black, actually, because if they Ghost Quarter... well, no, we got Aether Vial to put in Lurrus, too. Excuse me, one moment. At first, I got a text, or I got a chat from my boss, but also but then I also responded to a tweet there. So excuse me for taking a little time off the video. I think just getting the chat from my boss just threw me off a little bit. It's the weekend, but sometimes you have work you got to do on the weekend too. So we'll see. Well, hopefully I draw like a Spreading Seas or something, because actually I can attack with the Creeping Tar Pit. So pretty nice. So here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to tap the Yorion. Yeah, I can force a block with the... actually, I think I'll just bounce the Archon now that I think about it. Yeah, let's just bounce the Archon. I don't mind if I do. I think I'll play Mutavault, even though like Creeping Tar Pit is a slightly better use of mana. Just having one more attacker could make the difference between winning and losing. Alright, pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Yeah, that's not a great matchup, so pretty nice that we were able to take that.